doing out there in our community today. I pray that all is well with you and your families. I pray that you'll find something to rest in. And for me, that is more praise, that is more worship music. Um, that is my go-to in tough moments in my life where I feel like how being groomed as a woman is a little tumultuous. So yeah, I just cat on here to give you all a little hope today, all you mama bears out there in the online world. Thank you for doing what you do for your families. Thank you for being present for your kiddos. So many people look up to you, and so that's why it's so important for us to draw strength from the Lord. So I just wanted to say a few encouraging words today, so I feel pray that something that I share or I say is able to just bring life to you in your moment um, of you growing, you just living, right? You just doing life with your kiddos. So I wanted to start off by oh, found the eggs. I want to start off by sharing that there are many days that I can just be overwhelmed with the pressure of what it takes to be me. Um, I've said this on old podcasts that I've hosted. To be you, it takes a different grace. Nobody knows what it's like to walk in your shoes. Nobody knows what it's like to stay consistent with loving your family, with stay from that I am not available for new relationships in my womanhood because my motherhood exists at such so much more of a higher believe that it's my calling and I'm anointed to be a homemaker. But it's something that God has really given me a passion for. And I say that because it's a price, it's come at a high price of my husband and I raising our kiddos. And you're welcome. Um, and how we're learning to steward them, steward their gift in the earth, steward their anointing, and all of that stuff. It's like it can be very heavy, if you allow it to. But something that I am allowing to take the place of maybe my shame of past seasons of what I didn't do right and how I wasn't available for my kids. I'm allowing all of that energy and things that I feel like I even missed out on as I was raising my kiddos, with like raising them with my head down. Like I'm not really stopping to take a pause. Over the past, I would say a good 7 years, just off the top of my head. Hi everybody. I really been striving to take a notice to things that I wasn't taking a notice to before. And that is like really being present. So sometimes we say we're being present with our kids or with our family, but we really not. There's so many distractions in the world. One of which is a good tool for us to be able to connect with others, to create communities online, but sometimes that can be so overwhelmingly a distraction for us. So, one thing that I strive to do is I strive to laugh with my kids, even about stuff that frustrates or annoys me. I strive to be present with them, even if stuff that makes me feel angry, I strive to still be present with them in those moments. And so, one thing that I wanted to reassure to you moms is that don't miss the best years of your kiddos' lives because you fail to like be present with who you genuinely are in this moment for your children. There are some times where I know like that I want to be a better woman. Okay. Like, we're not just talking about being a better citizen in your country, wherever you are. Excuse that butter in the background, but we talking about just being like a better woman. And like there are genuinely times that, like even now, I've been feeling like this passion that, man, it's time for me to retire my backpack. Everything that's been in my backpack for my kiddos, it's time for me to get rid of that. And it's time for me to like get a purse again. And I've been feeling that in my womanhood, like I'm in my grown era. Like everything that wasn't a part of my grown era, um, was in my past seasons. And now like I'm a woman about mine. Now it's like, man, I'm wanting to live up to this standard that I have for myself. I don't want to just pretend or just be present in a moment where I don't believe that I'm actually existing in. No, like I want to be present. And if that moment is bringing pain, I want to feel that pain. Um, at that moment is bringing um just the reassurance that God is with me. I want to feel the embrace of God's warmth. um I'm just like really ready to be in a space for me to know that, you know what, God is for me. And if he be for me, who can be against me? So I want to tell you guys today that no matter how you're feeling, no matter what is going on in your life, that's eggs y'all hear in the background. No matter what is going on in your life, you can make it. You can survive as a mom. You don't have to feel like you're ill equipped. If we be honest, if we really be transparent on all of these platforms that we have, all of us are ill-equipped, even for those that are making money and selling certain gifts that we have, maybe to speak, to teach other moms, to help be a mentor to other moms. If we all be honest on these platforms, y'all, we are all ill-equipped to help mentor and teach others. Why? Because we had to learn what we're giving at a season. We had to learn who we are. And to be honest with you, you know, that's really come at a high price for a lot of us. And I even had a moment of transparency before to say, like, my family and I, we have been in a state of homelessness for over a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe. And my husband, as he is continuing to work hard and tirelessly for our family and trust me to do what God has called me to do, that has come at a high price. That has come with many tiresome nights. Like I said before, our family is abiding in a space with a whole nother family. So in some cultures, it is on some tradition in some cultures is different, there it's almost like that's something that's in their family to do. But for me, I did not grow up living with two and three families. I just did not do that. So we went to go visit families, not a family staying with another family. It's like it becomes a lot. And so sometimes, I ask God the question, like, Lord, you know, how have I been abiding in a space with a whole nother family? Our backgrounds are different. Our boundaries for our children are different. The things that we aspire to have in life are different. And there's some moments that we bump heads a lot because all of those things are like conflicting matters. And there's sometimes it's hard to communicate. The environment is tough, but I know that this is a season of my life. And I want you to like really partake in the vision that God is giving you for your life. Like you're not alone, you're not forsaken, you're not forgotten. But a lot of times we can feel that way as life is so pressing. There's so many things in our lives that sometimes it seems like God, it's never gonna end. God, is this dream ever gonna come to pass? Am I ever gonna be fulfilled in this way? And I would say to you that hold on, hold on. No, a change is going to come, but it's going to come when it's necessary. And I think that's the point, moments that I fall off and I fall short of the glory of God because I'm like, okay, well, I'm not on faith no more, God. Like, I'm tired. I'm ready for this to end. I'm ready for my season to change. I'm ready for things to look and feel different. But what if they don't? What if God is requiring you to find your peace where you are? And I believe that that has been the testimony and the story of my life. And so I got on here to share with you, Mama Bear, that you're greater, you're more, and you can do more, you can have more. And it takes a focus and a concentration for you to continue on everything that God has put in your heart. So, hey, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. God bless you. And thank you for being present with me today. I hope to see y'all again soon. All right. Bye.